In this week's new GTA Online update, the money bonuses yet again completely fall short of players' expectations, which has kind of been a trend that's continued since the Chop Shop DLC released in December. Despite this though, we do have a notable highlight this week, which is the limited time return of several different vehicles here. So this video is going to focus on all of these vehicles that have made their way back into the game. We're going to dive into their performance, like speed, acceleration, handling, braking, and more, like other customization options and just their overall appeal. So hopefully this video can help you decide if they're worth adding to your collection or not. We have 8 in total again this week, so we have a bit to move through, and with that said, let's begin. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar games, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. Starting off, we have the Overflod Entity XF that's for sale at the LS Carmi as a test drive vehicle this week. And this is a legendary supercar that was originally featured day one in GTA Online, sort of like the Cheetah we had last week. This car was another top choice once you made your first $1 million in GTA, and the Overflod Entity XF is celebrated for its rapid acceleration alongside a top speed of 125 miles an hour, placing it very high up on the list in GTA Online speed rankings, especially for an original vehicle from 2013. It shines in various races and even in the downtown streets thanks to its exceptional handling, its really nice grip, and its responsive steering input, and all of this is enhanced by its balanced weight and lower center of gravity for a supercar here. While the customization options on it are somewhat limited, the Entity XF still allows for good performance upgrades and a few visual tweaks to make it your own, making it a top choice for high speed control and agility here. And this car is primarily based on the Koenigsegg CCX, and once again, as one of the 3 original epic supercars in the game, we have the Adder, the Cheetah, as well as this car. I feel like it's every player's duty to own at least one of each of these. Now moving on to number 2, we have the Proen GP1, also at the LS Carmi as a test drive vehicle. This is a high performance supercar that's notable for its excellent acceleration and precise handling in the game, making it really good at navigating tight corners. It features strong braking capabilities, and it also maintains good traction and stability on the track, even in adverse weather conditions like heavy rain. However, it does have a top speed of 124 miles an hour, so it is going to fall short compared to other newer supercars, which might be a drawback on straight sections of a race. Additionally here, the stiffer suspension can make handling a little bit bumpy on uneven terrains, and it's probably going to make turning a little bit of a challenge with this vehicle on those types of roads. And this car is also relatively prone to spinning out if you attempt to corner too hard, especially at the highest speeds. So erratic driving is definitely going to require some skillful control so that you can recover effectively. Overall though, it's another worthy addition to your collection since it is modeled after the McLaren F1, which of course was one of the world's first ever hypercars, and that makes sense considering the GP1 and GTA Online offers incredible performance for its time, even if it does get outmatched by many other supercars and hypercars of today in game. With that said, let's move on to number 3. We have the Albany Alpha, also at the LS Carmi as a test drive vehicle. This car only has a top speed of 118 miles an hour, but it does have solid acceleration, although your launch is probably going to suffer from tons of wheel spin because it's a surprisingly lighter weight vehicle here, and it's only a rear wheel drive, so you'll get a lot of wheel spin. And its braking performance is also nice because it does balance out the mass effectively, while the Alpha's handling is generally kind of smooth here and you get manageable oversteer at high speeds, but it's not really a top choice at all in competitive races within the sports category due to all these characteristics I've been talking about. Overall, the Alpha does offer enjoyable driving dynamics, making it a good choice for casual cruising and enjoyment in GTA5 Online, and this car resembles the 2013 Cadillac El Mirage concept, although in the game it's kind of like Rockstar tried to make it look like an actual production car as opposed to some wild concept that would never be produced. Being only $150,000 though, expect it to drive like a $150,000 car in this game at the end of the day. Moving on to number 4, we have the Gallivanter Baller LE at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport. This limited edition model, inspired by the 2015 to 2017 Range Rover Sport SVR here, offers pretty good performance over the predecessor Ballers with enhanced handling, acceleration, and braking attributed to that nice V8 engine upgrade it has over the original Baller, and it also features features improved traction with an active terrain response, as well as a smoother suspension, so you get a more comfortable ride, and also one that's less bouncy off-road. And while it does showcase excellent torque and off-roading capabilities, as it rivals vehicles like the Sand King, for example, its ground clearance also leaves a lot to be desired. It's pretty mediocre, and so the off-road potential with this car is going to be extremely limited in that regard. Also, with the armored variant in mind, I don't really see a reason to obtain this vehicle at all, but let's move on to number 5, the LCC Innovation, also available at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport. You may be familiar with this bike if you played through the story of the Lost and Damned single-player DLC in GTA 4. Well, in GTA 5 Online, the Innovation does boast enhanced physics for tighter handling, and that reduces your sliding around the corners, and it also features a more responsive braking system, and it also has improved acceleration from GTA 4. Now, it does have a lighter weight, so that's going to contribute to achieving a higher top speed of up to 110 miles an hour with this bike, and this custom chopper draws design inspiration from the Harley-Davidson Breakout with the handlebars and the headlight, and then you get that rear wheel that echoes a Billy Lane Chopper's Inc. model. Moving on to number 6, we have the Benefactor XLS, also at Premium Deluxe Motorsport. This is another really good all-wheel drive SUV in the game. It performs well enough off-road as well as on-road due to the traction from the all-wheel drive layout, and it also offers reasonable acceleration and a higher top speed compared to typical SUVs you'll find in the game, similar to the Grizzly if you've driven that vehicle, but the XLS is going to be just a little bit faster. Now, despite its size that causes body roll around turns, the suspension is pretty good here, and you're not really going to roll over except on the roughest of terrains, and the design is also influenced by that really nice Mercedes-Benz GL class, notably the GLS 63 AMG. And funny enough, it appears that Rockstar basically copy and pasted the Bravado Grizzly's body model and just changed the headlights around with the Benefactor XLS to make it appear like its own new vehicle. When it comes to owning this car, of course, the armored XLS that you can spawn through the CEO vehicles menu is going to be a better option, unless you just like the look of the non-armored SUV more. Moving on to number 7, we have the Canis Kalahari, also at Premium Deluxe Motorsport. This is inspired by that 1968 to 1987 Citroen Mahari, and it boasts surprisingly good performance for what this vehicle actually is supposed to be based on, with a strong top speed and acceleration, especially notable off-road here. But of course, the slim tire profile that you get is still going to limit its off-roading capability to an insane degree here, and overall this is just supposed to be like a fun vehicle. It's exceptionally light, and the Kalahari also excels in stunt jumps, so you get to achieve some pretty impressive airtime, and the agility and the nimbleness of this vehicle are enhanced by those little small size tires that you get on this car. Finally, for number 8, we have the Western Zombie Bobber, also at Premium Deluxe Motorsport. This is a unique variation of the Zombie Chopper, and it also excels in the motorcycles category because it's fast, it's nimble, it's got great performance, it's got a large V-twin engine, and you get surprisingly a big amount of torque and a higher top speed despite its kind of like weird gear limitations you'll find when you're riding it around. Overall, you get solid steering as well with the high handlebars, and it also outperforms other cruiser motorcycles in terms of maneuverability. Its exceptional suspension also ensures a smoother ride here compared to other bikes, and it's also easier to control this one while you're using a weapon on the move, so keep that in mind. Overall, it's just a fun bike to own, and especially when it has a total cost of only 2 days worth of RC Bandito time trials, it's definitely worth picking it up because it's a removed bike in GTA Online for this week. With all that said, that concludes our look at the 8 vehicles that are making a temporary comeback in the game with the latest update. We highlighted models like the Entity XF, that Proen GP1, the Albany Alpha, and more, and we also showcase some options that could appeal to a variety of different players who have different tastes in cars. And while certain vehicles might attract more of a niche market due to their distinct attributes here, the exclusivity and novelty of all of these 8 re-release cars offer a significant value to any car collector out there in the game, and so they could definitely be worth picking up. But as always, expect my buyer's guide on the discounted vehicles tomorrow, and if you've been a viewer of this series over the past few weeks, let me know what kind of top 10 you would like to see me do first here on the channel over the next couple weeks. I'll be looking at the most liked top 10 ideas in the comments to see which one should be best to make here and post for you guys. So with all that said, hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video tomorrow. Adios, amigos.